Hey guys, it's Melisa Arroyo. Welcome back to another episode of Meli Unfiltered, where I talk about what's on my mind unfiltered. So I have been recovering from a cold or fighting a cold, whatever you want to call it. So my voice is going to sound a little stuffy, hopefully not to the point where it's annoying to listen to me. And since I've been doing a whole lot of laying around because I've been feeling sick, I figured let's talk about what's been going on social media, some TV shows I've been watching, and movies, and all this other stuff. And well, yeah, I hope you guys like this video if you're watching on YouTube, of course. If not, thank you for listening on Spotify. If you are on YouTube, feel free to like, subscribe, and ding that little notification bell to get notifications of my newest videos. And if you're on Spotify, hey, feel free to listen and subscribe or follow, whatever the word is for that one. I need to look in how to add my my stuff onto other platforms for podcasts. So be on the lookout for that in the future. I've been working from home, quote unquote. Other people, my clients, some of them have moved stuff around and also have gotten sick. So things have ended up working out okay, because yeah, I really thought this was going to be like a short bug, and it's lasting a little bit longer than I thought. Feeling pretty terrible, but good old medication and natural remedies, I'm feeling a little better. Yeah, so I'm going to have my tissues handy and also a water bottle. I'll try to drink away from the microphone. Hopefully I'll remember to do so. So some of the things I've been watching. I've been watching Guys Grocery Games. I love the Food Network. I love food. I'm not the best at cooking. Sometimes I could get down and cook some delightfully delicious food. And other times I should be on Nailed It, basically. Flavors are there. And just the execution's not the best. I think it's my unkeen nature for detail. So yeah, working on that. But despite that, Guys Grocery Games, if you haven't watched it, is basically this really interesting show hosted by Guy Fieri. I always feel like I'm saying his last name wrong. It might be wrong. If you know, you know. He's got those blonde cool guy tips still. Hey, why mess with a good thing, right? And he is a well-known chef and host on the Food Network. And so the thing is that he is hosting this where people can win up to 20 grand for whatever they want to use it for, but they're chefs. And all types of chefs, chefs from diners, executive chefs from the armed forces, super cool. And they're competing while in a grocery store for that cash prize. And so he does some like really wacky things, like ingredients. Basically, he'll give you a list of ingredients for, like, let's say, one of them I remember is like a good, I think it was cherry pie or a pie of some sort. And he's like, oh, you guys have to, no, it wasn't that one. I'm already terribly explaining this. Basically, an ingredients is like you get a list of the ingredients for a specific dish and you can't use it to make that dish. You have to find alternative ways. Oh, then the last one was pizza, I think. So they had to make a pizza out of not pizza dough and I think not cheese or mozzarella cheese specifically, and they couldn't use tomato sauce. So they had to be creative and figure out how to make a pizza without the main pizza ingredients. And so there's some wacky stuff like that. Super entertaining to watch, and it makes me think that I can cook. Like I said, not terrible, not the best, mediocre. Nonetheless, I only enjoy cooking sometimes. Definitely not during the summer. If you're watching online, I'm sure that you can see that I'm already sweating. I've had a fever on and off, so here you go. Well, welcome to this view. But also it gets hot in this room, so it's not the best mixture. So that's one of the things I've been watching. I've also been watching 90 Day Fiancé, the UK version. I stopped watching it after the first season. Honestly, sometimes watching reality TV shows, or actually TV shows in general, stress me out too much. It has to be entertaining and not stressful for me to be able to enjoy it. I feel really terrible for the people who are struggling to make relationships happen. And yeah, so I couldn't handle season 2. I kind of started fast forwarding through it, and I was like, yeah, I'm just not going to watch it. Why? So not for me. It was entertaining to a degree and kind of sweet to a degree. And then I was like, just another reality show that's stressing me out. So another thing that I've come across on social media. So I'm not going to go into social media. Actually, no, real quick. Other things that I've been watching is a lot of movies from the 90s. It is entertaining, and I forgot about some of these golden gems. And also I gotten to watch things that I've never gotten to watch as well. I've never got to watch Rookie of the Year. Super cute. Just watched it earlier today. I watched the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. I was into Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show when I was a kid. And then also I rewatched it when I was older. Great show, by the way. Love it. And it was really weird to watch the movie. I was like, ew. I could see why it almost didn't get a chance to be a TV show. It was kind of terrible. Looked very low budget as well. And it was the premise, the plot underneath everything was cool, but the execution, no, it was pretty terrible. I also watched, what is it? My Babysitter's Dead. Oh no, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I thought it was hilarious. Christina Applegate is one of those, and there's a lot of other people, and I'm terrible with names, so I will not even try to, so you don't hear me I'm trying to remember everyone's names. But there you go. That was a really good movie. So I'm just watching a couple of things from the 90s, really enjoying it. So much TV. And speaking of TV, before I move on to what I've been seeing on social media, my sister told me a couple of different things. Well, first of all, American Horror Story is coming out with another season, which I'm surprised because of the writer and acting strikes going on right now. I was like, oh, really? It's coming out? So Emma Roberts is going to be the lead, it looks like. And then Kim Kardashian was in it. I'm like, what? Okay. And also Cara Delevingne. I'm like, okay. Can't say that I watch American Horror Story anymore. I stopped watching it after, which one was the one with the hotel? Whatever that one was called. It'll give me really bad anxiety. Again, like I said, there's some shows and movies that I cannot watch because it just stress me out. And when I watch something, I don't really want to be stressed out. I want to chill. I could watch horror movies and TV shows that have the horror content. Is just that one specifically very heavy energy. And I think it's just, I don't know, maybe it's the writers, maybe it's the way the content is formatted, maybe there is like evil forces in play for real. Regardless of what it is, I cannot watch it. I'm just talking about it because I'm surprised, first of all, of like that it's coming out in September, and then also who's in it. I'm like, oh, not Emma Roberts. I'm not surprised she's in it. She has been in so many seasons, and it's just not my cup of tea. Definitely not enjoy it. I love watching like the Conjuring series, all of them, rewatched multiple times. And that's how I was like, I could watch stuff, but even the Insidious movies too, I love those. I think it depends on who's writing them, and also, I don't know, there's a general energy about them for sure. My favorite type of horror movie is, the classic, good triumphs over evil, and also specifically whenever there's, like that spiritual aspect, right? Whenever there's like demons and, people are exercising them in the church and stuff like that, it feels good knowing that that spiritual warfare battle is being won, because that's how it truly is in real life. There's power in the name of Jesus, and every knee shall bow. So it makes a lot more sense than evil triumphing over all the time. And I mean, there's some stuff, like I've said, that I will watch where, like, Insidious is not necessarily like that. It's a little more stressful because of it, but still a lot more tolerable for me than American Story series. Although, like, some of the seasons weren't so heavy, but other ones, yeah, it's pretty like torture-y kind of feeling in so many different ways, and just really, I don't know, just heavy. And some of the storylines are interesting, and some of them have been really like, what the heck are you guys doing? Like, I don't even know. And I just would watch it just because I'm like, well, I've already gone through this many seasons. And I kept watching. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't watch these anymore. So my sister also informed me that Marvel was coming out with, or they were filming another X-Men movie, and that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Mans were seen on set, or a set. So, that's interesting. And they're bringing back, I think, Halle Berry's Storm, if I remember correctly. Super interesting. Well, we'll see what that's going to happen, or what's going to happen with that. Jeez. I feel like I sound delirious for sure. Ooh. Hopefully this is still an entertaining podcast episode for you guys. It is still fun for me to do something. I haven't had to work too much, which I know I need to rest anyways. Just I get really bored just watching TV. As much as I love watching TV and movies, I do get bored. I need to do something. And so this is something entertaining to do for me. Anyways, moving on. Some funny things and some interesting things I saw on social media. So I'm just gonna say it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a liberal, and I'm just a Christian who votes and thinks and tries to do whatever Jesus would do, right? So that being said, I thought it was hilarious that Trump was calling out Biden. He's so funny sometimes. Government stuff aside, it's just, he's a hilarious dude to me. He's very like upfront and orange. And he says some wild, outlandish things. And I'm like, dude, did that guy really say that? And sometimes he's really honest, which I like, brutal honesty. And so again, I am not in any way backing Trump for any reasons, like as far as politics. I don't believe in the way our government is ran, and I don't want to talk about that too much in this specific podcast. I don't like bipartisan system. It's terrible. Vote one or the other. No, I don't like that. Voting one or the other does not represent our whole entire country as a whole. Like, seriously, this is so complex. There's so many layers to us, and voting based on Democrat, Republican. So, like I said, him calling out Biden because he hadn't said anything yet, or who knows if he is going to say anything about what's going on in Maui, the devastating fire that has taken out a whole historic city. And there's so much behind that, and that'd be like other videos too, to be honest, of theories of what happened, like why is it on fire. Some people think it's global warming. Some people think it has to do with like experiments. It's just so many different things. Or even I think the other one was like even the government was the one that did it. So that being said, and that being set aside, I'm talking about how Trump was calling out Biden. He called him disgraceful, I think. And I thought it was just really funny how he just went about it. He went on for like minutes about it. So he didn't just like make that one comment. He was just like straight up going after him. And I thought it was funny. And then he also had mentioned like, oh, how rude it is that he didn't make a comment. He said no comment. Or actually, I think, was it him or someone else? I might be confusing things, to be honest. Was it him? Yeah, I think it was. Where he was, I'll put a link in the description of this so you guys can watch it. But I just thought it was really funny how he was calling him out. Sometimes I post things that I think are funny. Like I said, I'm not conservative, I'm not liberal. I vote based on what I believe as a Christian. And sometimes that's on either end of the spectrum, actually. So other things I've been watching is Charlotte Dobre. I think that's how she pronounces her last name. Pretty sure. She has been so entertaining, especially late at night when I can't breathe and I can't sleep. And I just been watching a lot of the petty videos. She's so petty. And she's like reacting to TikToks or Reddit, just different things or comments on YouTube videos or on social media of people being petty, wild stories that like catching cheaters, revenge on cheaters, like so many different things like that. And it's super entertaining to watch. I had actually not come across her stuff until recently. I'm like, how do I not know of her? Apparently she's been posting stuff for a while now, and I just found out about her. So and that's really what I've been doing since Sunday. I have been laying around watching TV and movies, a little bit of stuff around the house, not too much. My poor dogs miss cuddling with me. Poor babies. I hope I get better soon. And also, I have to go to the office tomorrow. I don't think I'm contagious. I don't have like any like yellow or green phlegm. I know, gross, TMI maybe. But I think I'm clearing up as well. I started feeling sick late into Friday night, but I just took some what is it called, like homeopathic whatever that night. Actually, I didn't even take anything that night. I did not. I just went to go lay down and I went to sleep, and then I woke up with a fever on Saturday. That's what ended happening. Then I took some medicine and I felt better, so I went to go hang out with one of my besties, and she's fine. And then Sunday rolls around and I feel worse, and Monday pretty terrible. Today I do feel bad. I'm still recovering, but I don't feel as terrible. Just need to catch up on some sleep. But yeah, hopefully next week I'll be doing better. And again, thank you so much for watching and or listening to this podcast episode. Thank you for bearing with my voice. I will still also be uploading my weekly recap where it's a vlog where I talk about my week and show some clips of what I've been up to. Yeah, it's going to be quite a bit of laying around, and then talk about a theme that's been in the forefront of my mind, or themes in that video, and that will be on YouTube. All right, guys, take care.